Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Welcome Virgo, welcome cross watchers. And if you just happen to land here, brand new today, welcome to the channel. Come in the comments, say hello, let me know where you're from. I do reply. So, we're kind of in a little bit of a lull, cosmically speaking. 3 days ago was the big day. Venus moved into Libra and Pluto stationed direct. Yeah, so Pluto direct is going to be good for a lot of people who have been doing or being dragged through the below, as I call it, right? With things that seem to not change, you know, no matter what you do, something isn't changing, and that is very Pluto. It's that energy of go into the below so you can find what you need to fix, so you can have growth, change, and transformation. That's sort of what I talk about with the Judgment card. So Pluto is that, it rules that card and rules Scorpio. So it's very much Phoenix rising from the ashes when Pluto stations direct. Okay, so if you've been feeling like you're constantly self-immolating, guilty as charged, that energy should be shifting in a big way. So I hope you find that good news. I'm going to pull from Tea Leaf fortune cards, fortune oracle cards. There are a lot of cards here, so what I find best, and some of them are different colors, what I find best is for me to just spread the two bunches out, look up, not look at what I'm picking, and pick two from each. So that's what I'm going to do right now, okay? So I'm not even looking at the screen, so I can't see. I'm going to get one from here. I'm going to get this one. And the reason why I'm not looking is mainly because of the different colors of some of the cards, and I don't want my eye to, you know, go to that or to decide not to grab it, right? Okay. Because they are important cards, and if they're meant to come through, they should come through. None of them did. It's okay. So what I'm going to do is put together a little story. We have Firecracker, which is excitement. Yay! Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. What did I just say about Pluto stationing direct? There you go. Bouquet, compliments from an admirer, so that feels like it's exciting. And the Ant, which is work, achievement, and success. So these two feel kind of related. If there's something that you're looking to change so you can achieve, it doesn't have to be work. It can be in the relationship. It can be, you know, any kind of personal thing, a health habit, whatever it is, a relationship dynamic with a friend, with a family member, whatever it is. This is like your little tea leaves for this next 2 weeks. So things not always being this way, and a change is coming, feels connected to work, achievement, and success, because it's like something's changing, something's shifting that is telling me you should continue to work at it, right? Because success will be coming more easily. So that feels good. And like I said, it can still be in relationship. And then we have compliments from an admirer and excitement. So I like those together. Bouquet and Firecracker. Yeah. So that feels good. Okay. I like when they all kind of work together in one story, but lately I've been finding that they're a little divided. So take it as it resonates for you. I'm going to pull a past, present, future kind of a spread with your person, you, and the connection. Sort of similar to what I do for the monthly energy update, but a little shorter. And it's general, so you may need to flip the energies around, especially if you're here as a cross watcher. That's perfectly normal. Let's see what the overall energies are. Queen of Wands. Oh my goodness. Okay. Top row I'm saying is your person, but again, the whole thing could be reversed and you could be in the top row. Just listen to the reading and then take it as it speaks to you. Knight of Pentacles in the past. Nine of Pentacles, hello Virgo, in the present. And Devil energy in the future. All right. For you, we have Page of Swords in the past. Wheel of Fortune right now. Yes. And in the future, Two of Swords. Okay. And for the connection in the past, Six of Wands. In the present, Eight of Cups. Okay. And then in the near future, the Hierophant. All right. So what I'm going to do here is sort of give you my overview. Queen of Wands is just sort of that. I'm not even seeing it as a person. I'm seeing it as the overall energy for the spread. The Queen of Wands, very much in her power, kind of magical, mystical, mesmerizing, alluring, all these words. It's the energy that draws someone to you. And then we get the firecracker. Okay? So it's got a lot of themes around chemistry, desire, power, leadership, your, I already said allure, but you know what I mean. I feel like there's something here that's unfolding that is almost like it's being magnetized. And she's quite a magnetic figure. Then for your person in the past, Knight of Pentacles, I almost feel like this person stalled out, or they really slowed down their forward motion to the point where they were walking away from you. See how their backs are to each other, the Knight of Pentacles and you as the Nine of Pentacles. And the reason why I'm saying you is because I think this person quite in this moment is all about you. We'll see with the clarifiers, but is very much energetically feeling pulled to you, right? Drawn to you. But this is Virgo energy. Then we have the Devil card in the future. And it could just be some fear that rises up for this person as they get closer to you. That doesn't bother me right now because the rest of the spread doesn't look too terrible. For you in the past, I think you didn't understand Page of Swords, really kind of not getting like what's the holdup, what's the slowdown, why is this person moving away or going in another direction, or things were going forward so fast and it was wonderful, and then it just sort of came to a screeching halt, or it slowed down. And I don't think you really understood it. Page of Swords, like, you're sharp with the Page of Swords, your intellect is on point, but you're looking for information. Okay? And I'm not sure that you got it, because in the connection we have the Six of Wands, which feels like you had to kind of have that moment where you say, okay, we're agreeing to disagree, or it can be a card of reconciliation. I don't think I see one. So this would be like this, where the knight comes back from the battle and tells the king, no men were lost, no blood was shed, our kingdoms, we have a truce, we made peace, so we can go on. That's the energy, is like, I don't understand. Why so slow? Why are you, why are things not moving? What's happening here? And maybe there was some form of communication or an explanation. I say communication because pages are messengers, where maybe the clarity that you were looking for was only to be found in, well, we're just going to have to kind of agree to potentially go our separate ways, right? Like, there's no one to blame. Right now, your person has you on their mind. 9 of Pentacles, very much has you sort of on a pedestal, looks up to you, admires you. You got the Wheel of Fortune, and it's this point here, the center of the spread, that's the vortex of all the energy. So all this energy coming into Jupiter, right? Into fate, destiny, divine time. Feels like something shifting. I know I was talking about Pluto, but it impacts all areas. Feels like something really special is coming through or beginning to move again. 8 of Cups in the connection. The 8 of Cups is not always about walking away from someone. It's about leaving things in the past that aren't going to serve you anymore. Right? So this, whatever happened here that feels almost like unfinished business, to me, you could leave behind anything that feels emotionally challenging, or like, I didn't get all the clarity I needed around that, but it's not going to be germane to what I need to know to move forward, to allow the wheel to work in my favor, right? If you've got this person, if they're like a captive audience now, even if that's happening at 5D and you have no contact with this person, it can still be happening, because this is like a bigger plan. It's something that's, unfolding by divine time, as the card is known for. And so energetically, you could each be just saying, okay, I don't need to take any of that forward. I want to keep I want to keep moving forward on the journey. So it can be speaking about your spiritual journey moving forward. You got out of it what you needed to get out of it, then no sense bringing it forward and carrying it with you, if that makes sense. In the future, it is a little dicey. Devil energy for your person and 2 of Swords for you, which is interesting because the 2 of Swords is about, going within to get clear on an important decision. And this person may have some kind of resistance, some kind of fear, some kind of continued cord to some negative karma that may impact you. So you would want to make a decision about that. Okay? I mean, the plot will get better with the clarifiers. But in the connection, we have the Hierophant. And so part of the decision you may need to make is about, recommitting, up-leveling the connection. It's about the vows we make and take and the responsibilities we have to that. And you may need to decide if you think that the connection can withstand that, if it's ready for it. Especially if you're dealing with somebody who's kind of operating from some form of restriction, a restricted energy, perceived limitations, right? What they're telling themselves, the story they tell themselves. All those things feed into devil energy, which is really just ego trying to keep us small. But it can feel like, something's holding us back when it's really just our own story. So let's jump in. I will not clarify everything. I'm going to go where I feel called to go. Let's look at the Queen of Wands. That I will do. Ten of Swords. Death card. Wow. Ace of Wands. Something new is about to emerge. So here's the thing. This feels to me like you are literally magnetized to each other. I'm really feeling it. This is Aries energy. It's responding to what's playing out behind the scenes, which is this gift from Spirit of, you know, passion, rekindling that passion, acting on the motivations, the inspirations. So I'm still feeling this Queen of Wands as the energy now to get you up and over what ended badly before. So we had the Ten of Swords and the Death card, and I feel like the Ten of Swords is what sort of undid what was in progress, but then this person sort of stood still or went in the opposite direction, right? Backs to each other. I don't know if you got all the clarity you needed, but you may have gotten enough to know that, okay, we're parting in a friendly way. We're on good terms. They're going to go back to their life. I go back to my life. But that doesn't mean it didn't hurt. It doesn't mean it wasn't dramatic. It doesn't mean that there weren't aspects of it that were devastating. But that created the, like I was talking about Pluto, the seeds of change, right? With the Death card is about growth, change, and transformation, and the things we kind of have to part with, right? That have to die off so we can be born anew. That is what I'm seeing. The born anew is rumbling there right behind the scenes, and you're being magnetized toward each other. Very interesting. So I'm going to look at, I kind of got a handle on the Knight of Pentacles. I'm going to look at the Nine of Pentacles to the Devil for your person. Strength card. The only card in the deck that overcomes the Devil is the Strength card. So that looks good. Okay. Well, as they're thinking about you, as they're kind of in that headspace of thinking of how much they admire you or look up to you or see you as someone who is fiercely independent and autonomous, that has never really needed them, that you just wanted them. That's really been the pull. That's been the draw. And it's giving them a little, like a little B12 shot, a little dose of courage, to believe that they can overcome the obstacles of the past. But Two of Pentacles is sort of suggesting that, you know, every day's a different day for you know, they're trying to assess realities on the ground, and they get hot and they get cold, and sometimes they're on the fence and sometimes they're, you know, feeling positive. And so it's sort of things still being a little up in the air. And then where the Devil comes in is the energy from their unconscious awareness is resistant. That's why things are up in the air, because they're kind of maybe not even self-aware that they've got some built-in resistance that's coming from fear. And Devil energy, it's not that it can't be overcome. You've got the Strength card, so it's absolutely possible. But this person has to become a little bit more self-aware of that the resistance is within them, because that's the truth. The truth isn't that, you know, there's anything that is a threat to them other than losing face, being rejected, right? Having discovering that you're no longer interested, which is kind of interesting since we have the Two of Swords, right? What decision will you make? There are things that this person can't know right now, and they're not consciously aware of, sort of what's floating around inside them, which is, I'm on the fence because I have some egoic fear and resistance. So I'm going to pull an extra card for the Devil. Nine of Cups. It may lead to them being a little complacent. They want they want some form of wish fulfillment, and for the energies between you to feel good. They want to feel good too. But sometimes when I see this Nine of Cups in this scenario, it's like as they're doing their juggling act, on some down days, they may say, well, maybe I should leave well enough alone. Maybe I shouldn't do anything about this, right? It's not really a decision. It's coming from fear. Fear is leading. So the next card out, Tower, right? What do they fear? They fear everything falling apart. But there is the opportunity for this person, the Ace of Pentacles. So what they really want is what they bury. They really want to make an offer. They really want to up-level this connection in some way, or get back together. For those of you in separation, make an offer to you. But this person has resistance kind of flowing through their veins because they are afraid that everything will fall apart and it will be permanent. No wish fulfillment, no feeling good. So that Nine of Cups is a form of complacency, is sort of that, well, I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to have an explosion. I don't want things falling apart. Especially because there's a Ten of Swords that I believe is coming from the past. And so at least that's the way I perceive it, because it's followed by the Death card, which, is talking about the ending of something and then the growth and change and transformation that comes from that. And you've got some aces existing in the behind the scenes, like what this person can't see is the opportunity that's available to them. So perhaps that will be something you can help them with, or maybe they'll overcome it because we have the Strength card. But for now, the way it looks to me is their lack of self-awareness about this resistance coming from fear is what might keep them from making any change. Meaning doing something different, calling you, reaching out to you, trying to reconnect with you if you're in separation. So we'll see. Then for you, Page of Swords to the Wheel of Fortune. I think your intuition has played a big role, especially because in your unconscious awareness, we have the Emperor, Divine Masculine. Your intuition very strong about the potential for reconciliation. So maybe you didn't get all the answers that you needed for closure. Think about that for a minute. You might have had enough to say, okay, I agree, we go our separate ways, or maybe you didn't even respond. And so it was left where you're sort of in this neutral place. But it feels to me like you got enough information to conceptualize a path to coming back together at some point in time. This is the point in time. The point in time is now. And, it's in your favor, but I feel like something has to shift to get this person out of their self-imposed restriction and limitation. Wheel of Fortune to the Two of Swords. Nine of Wands. It has been a journey of perseverance. Eight of Pentacles. There's our Queen of Wands. Yes. Extra card on the Two of Swords, please. Nine of Swords. Yeah. It'll be something that kind of unnerves you a bit as this energy kind of starts to unfold. I mean, I almost feel like you're going to be in the lead here. I feel like you're the one that's drafting off all this new fiery energy. Because right now it's like, yeah, this has been a journey. It's been a slog. It's been exhausting. But I've been in it. I've been persevering and completely activating my ability to work through something, to make it a priority, to come up with creative solutions to our problems. So you're still working on things to some degree for within you, but now it's turning. Something's turning and shifting. And so the work would continue, and you're the one that I feel energetically is pushing that fire, right? The action, the embodied action of Aries is ruled by Mars. So it feels almost like it's more coming from you if you relate to this side. And what I meant to say here with the Two of Swords is all this energy of perseverance and working things through and feeling that sense of drive to do it will land you in the future needing to make a decision. Is it workable? Can we fix it? Okay, and all the attendant anxiety, worry, sleepless nights that come with that will then sort of rear their ugly head, because the question will be, is it workable? Can we fix this? So, and your person, while they have the ability with the Strength card there to overcome their perceived limitations, their fear of things like of the Tower, of a major blowout, or blow up. I almost feel more blow up may keep them from taking action. I'm not positive that that's where it's going to land, because of course this is all fluid. It's a snapshot in time, and we do have that Ace of Pentacles from the bottom of the deck. So they're going to have to do a little more, they're going to have to be a little bit more introspective. Okay. So for the connection, the Six of Wands in the past to the Eight of Cups. King of Wands. Now we have the King and Queen. Ace of Swords. Yeah, justice. This person, Emperor, let's call him, knew what they had to do, and they couldn't hesitate. It's like that Knight of Pentacles was moving along with you, and then it had to take a sharp left and turn in the other direction, and there was probably more clarity about that as you processed it. And so now we kind of land, it could have been a legal situation. It could have been something where there was a tremendous imbalance between you. So there was nothing that you could really reconcile. And this person may have told their truth, and it could have been a bit of a truth bomb. We do have the Ten of Swords with the Death card. But there was still an energy to me of, I don't think you put up a fight. I don't think you totally held this person totally responsible I almost feel like you made peace around it somehow. You each made peace around it somehow. I don't think it was your decision. I don't think you had a choice in the matter. I feel this person took charge and, said what they said and did what they did, and it lands you now with this 8 of Cups of, okay, that was then, this is now. The journey continues. So I'm feeling really connected here to the Wheel of Fortune and the 8 of Cups as that shift in direction, so that the journey continues. And what are you journeying for? You got 8 cups. You want the 10? What are you missing? The 2 of Cups. A soulmate. Each other. So let's look at the Hierophant. Beautiful. 4 of Swords, 7 of Swords, healing that avoidance, 4 of Pentacles. Definitely feeling in the connection. There is something here that, like, there is a little teeny sense of obligation that you both have with regard to the other. Like, there's a little, and I'm not saying, oh, you feel obligated to make it easy. No. There's a sense within both of you. I'm reading about the connection right now. There's a little bit of obligation to be coming from our highest self, to commit to whatever it takes to heal. Doesn't mean you're going to end up together, but the commitment to healing something. What are we healing? We're healing anything that might have been shady in the past, but we're also healing avoidance, right? Have you been avoiding each other because it was too painful? Have you been avoiding each other because there are fears of things, not working out? I don't see you avoiding, but I think you might have, because you've been persevering for quite a while. And sometimes, we say, well, I'm not the one that has to make that first move. I'm not the one that walked away or that turned and went in a different direction. I'm not the one, so I can't be the one to initiate, so to speak. So not really avoidance, but variation on a theme. And then the 4 of Pentacles is there's going to be some inherent guardedness here, and that might be what we see with your person. Is that 9 of Cups, where I said it can be complacency, like, oh, things are pretty good, I don't want to mess it up, I don't want to blow sky high, right? That's a form of guardedness, of kind of a little bit of self-protection. You may both have that natural tendency to say, yeah, we need to heal some things, but I need a little self-protection too. I'm feeling like it's kind of a little mixed bag in the future. And that's why I think the Queen of Wands in this situation is what pulls you together. It is possible for some of you that there could have been third party, and that the Queen of Wands can represent a karmic partner, person. If that's true and you're sitting there going, yes, thank you, Laura, thank you for saying it, great. For those of you that say, yep, that's the situation, then you need to look at the then your interpretation for that is, whoever that person is, it's still what pulls you back together, because it was likely what pulled you apart. Ding, ding, ding. And so I'm feeling the shift for you. I'm feeling your optimism, your perseverance, your focus on working through whatever that Queen of Wands means. But then this person, in their approach to you, it feels like they're a little stop and go, right? And that's going to be from fear. And then you have to decide, can we even work this out? And what I see here is, in the Hierophant, is your respective commitment to at least bringing healing to each other, to the situation, so that you can sort of move aside the avoidance and hopefully release your guardedness, tear down some walls. Okay, so that's what I have for this part of the reading. I am going to go into the extended and pull the two of you together to look at your relationship, right? What is the I mean, this is all what's been happening, what's unfolding, what may come. But when you're together, what works for you? What works against you? What are the opportunities going to be that you can draw from? I want to know what this person wants you to know. What's their message to you? What are they picking up from you at 5D energetically? I'll get a card for you from Spirit, and we'll look at how things might unfold going forward. Once we have all that information, it can give us a lot of an inkling of how this all comes to pass. So that's what I'm doing in the extended. The links are below. Keep in mind, there are 3 different ways you can get extendeds from me. That's why I number the links 1, 2, and 3. So click the link, read about it, be sure it's what you want to buy. And if you enjoy my readings and you haven't yet done so, what are you waiting for? Subscribe below. Subscribe below. We're building this thing. September was a great month to all of you who have been using your hypes lately. If you have access to it, when you click the thumbs up and you give me a like, what happens is it opens up to a hype, or the comment box has 3 little dots and you swipe to the second screen and it's a hype, and that has really made a difference. October, everything has calmed down. I think people went wild in September, but it's calmed down a little bit. So don't forget to hype if you have any hypes available. I know we're at the end of the week. Most people are out of them because you only get 3. But I want to thank you. I want to thank you for showing up. I want to thank you for hyping, and thank you for all the love that you bring into the comments. It means everything to me. I love you people. I love you people. And yeah, so subscribe, like, share, hype, all the things, and I appreciate you. Here is the astrology. We have the Queen of Wands twice. That is Aries. Death card is Scorpio. Knight of Pentacles is Virgo. 9 of Pentacles is Virgo. Hello. Strength card is Leo. Devil is Capricorn. Isn't that a wicked cool card? The Tower is Mars, which rules Aries. We've got the Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The High Priestess is the Moon, and the Moon rules the sign of Cancer. Emperor is more Aries. We've got the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, which rules Sagittarius. And we have the King of Wands, more Leo. Not surprised at all. Justice card is Libra. Hierophant is Taurus. And that's it. And then don't forget, compliments from an admirer bring some excitement. I know. And things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Wheel of Fortune. A change is coming. So work, the Ant card, work, achievement, and success. And you have the work card right here. Working something out so you can be successful. All right, that's what I have. The links are below for the extended. I'm heading there. I'll see you in a second. Bye for now.